Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Disco Elysium. Today's episode we're going to keep walking around looking for more people, seeing if we can chat to a few more people. No one up here seemingly, although I can get this I guess. So the harbour is all locked down at the moment. Manana is here kind of keeping lookout, but other than that there's no one here seemingly. I'm going to walk around these... Whoops. I'll walk around these trucks and have a look around the trucks and see if there's anybody around. See if he's the...
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy grass.
Look in the
windows are clear. They've been fumes of heavy fuel oil.
Okay. We've done that conversation before. You notice when I just skip through it and read it, rather than actually listening to it, you can go through quite fast. That's Ruby's truck. This woman's gone as well. A lot of people are gone. Which makes sense. There was a shootout. What is this? I have an encyclopedia check here. Let's check it.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting
Damn.
the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth.
Fair enough.
Krugerrands,
Bars of gold.
ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Interesting.
There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
It is a deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Where's he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships.
Makes sense.
Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Interesting. So it's only in like a couple of pieces here, you see, like it was obviously used to be on like a plinth, and now it's held together with like rebar that's like bending and about to fall over. But it got like artillery shelled, which blew it up, but because they landed so quickly it didn't get shelled more.
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
I mean, I get it. Certainly nihilistic. And ironic, I wouldn't necessarily call it funny.
People in Martinaise tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Interesting. Well, that's another check done. It's interesting that I have like a bunch of checks that I did at the start and like have failed and forgotten about. Oh, interesting. Let's see if we can talk to this guy again. He doesn't like us because we made him rat out Ruby.
My man, you're alive. Almost. Kind of. Sort of alive?
Alive, limping, and with a punctured lung.
Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite the encounter. Had a strong sense of finality to it. So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show.
It wasn't the local usual union muscle, by the way.
Hey, that's just what I heard. Old wives' tale. So, what next?
Still looking around, loose threads to tie up.
Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you, but hey, you're still breathing, right?
By the way, you're not angry with me anymore?
Fuck it. I'm a bad guy now. There's things more important than holding a grudge. It's okay. You've been through enough. We are what we are. And you're a cop.
A few questions before I leave.
Shoot. Sorry, man. Didn't mean it like that. Ask away.
I met the lady driver on my investigation. She's called Ruby.
Okay.
Is it wise to share information about the case like this, sire? The lieutenant throws you a quick glance. What are you doing?
She slipped away.
Whew, good on her. And good on you, too. Better focus your efforts on the bad guys. Mercs and such. Plenty of baddies to go around. And she didn't do it. Believe me, if it's something bad, then she didn't do it. Didn't know her for long, but I know people.
He's relieved.
All right. That's enough sharing details about the investigation for one day.
Indeed. I feel like you ought to know. Because he felt like so bad about betraying her, right? I wonder if this guy is still selling shit. Looks like he is. Hello.
Wow!
Well, what?
A cop limping down the street, bleeding from the shoulder, face bruised, looking like hell? You know what that is? Cool! That's cool!
Quick question. Do you sell any tapes?
Tapes? You mean like music tapes? No, music is out! Don't listen to music! I sell extremely cool sunglasses if you want to get your mojo going.
Alright, so you have no idea whatsoever where I could find tapes.
Tapes? Tapes are everywhere! They're worthless! Kids throw them in the trees. There's one in the bushes, right behind this lorry. No one would ever throw a good pair of high-quality plastic sunglasses in the bushes, mister.
You should have a look. It's better than nothing.
Apparently there's one in the bush behind the lorry. I will go have a look.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him. The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here. You should go over and ask him about paying for those sneakers with your net worth.
Inspect the sneakers.
A pair of Faun Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest Faun sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness. Faun Ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine?
They're actually not horrible. Inspect the speakers.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable Faun Ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Poor little speakers.
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun ultras instead.
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Can't I just buy the sad conquered Sumerian speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. That's right, officer.
Okay, let's leave. Let's check this last one.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
If he really wants to save the economy, he'd let you pay with net worth. Go over and ask him if you can.
Let's see if we can pay with net worth, whatever that means.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Don't know. I think that's just a holdover from the previous question we could ask. Anyway, let's have a look. There is tape in here.
Tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. Bronze-coloured ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze.
I love my things here. 1, we get the tape. 2, we say good Hawthorne and pat the tree. Or piss off nature and punch the tree. What the fuck? Let's try and get the tape, I guess.
With slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling, you manage to extricate the magnetic tape from the branches. It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it, so that you could hear what's on the tape. Maybe Roy from the pawn shop can help you with this.
That's kind of what I was
What's
thinking.
the tape for?
It's for Egghead. I promised him to make his Van Eyck's jam hit a bit harder. Maybe the tape can help.
How? It's broken and unspooled. Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it?
Not sure, but I'll find out.
You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time.
Good idea. He might have the tools. The tape projector in the pawn shop uses similar tape.
Good Hawthorne.
Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has almost been worn to oblivion. It reads, RCM Emergencies Desk, number 8102. Underneath a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant. You tree-hugging pansy. The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane endures the wintry gusts with ease, cleaning out the rooms. What if you didn't lose your memory? What if something in Martinez came and stored it all away, for you to slowly open one box at a time, so you can choose which parts to keep? Keep almost none of it. Only the flowers on the windowsill. Only the distant sound of a radio. Lose all the actors, the dark shadows. Leave only the still lifes. The blissful distant wash of waves. If everybody knew, you never did. She'll be coming soon. That is all.
Interesting. I mean, that's a lot of bonuses. Probably should unlock this. I don't know if any of these are worth learning. Cool, I'll do this. Finding out what was behind that supply depot door. Sure, worth. Okay. Let's go to the pawn shop. See if you can rewind this tape. We're already sitting at 15 minutes, which is ridiculous. I don't know how we passed that much time.
Between you and me, this is why I don't get involved in local politics.
Well, someone has to.
So it goes. Now, what can I do for you?
Do you know how to fix this?
You mean re-spool it? Yeah, I do, but...
Could you do it, please? This is important. I need to be able to play this tape for someone.
But I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Although it looks pretty... worthless.
Just explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand.
But you tinker with film tapes all the time, isn't this the same?
No, it's different. Those film tapes actually mean something to me. But this is just a worthless bundle of old tape.
Maybe you could help me some other way then.
Sure.
Do you have any recording of the Col de Mama Dakar?
The Col de Mamadakwa.
Dakwa, okay.
Sorry. I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
I wouldn't have guessed that you know what the Col de Mama Dakwa is.
That's fair. It's been a long time since my Col de Mamadakwa hunting days. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
Sounds so cool.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Col de Mamadakwa, and he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things, so he got the rest of us to join in his search.
Did you ever find it?
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Col de Mamadakwa.
Can I listen to it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
Do we really have time for this?
Spin that song. Bird song.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
And he switches on the tape player, the speakers begin to emit a low hum.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. Not good, not good. You're about to start suffocating. You have to stop this. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you.
It's interesting. This is a really good descriptor of what ultrasonic sound sounds like. And sounds like is not the correct term. Feels like is probably a better way of putting it.
He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. Seabirds most likely, gulls and such.
Seagulls?
And skewers, but shh.
A newer high-pitched shivering sound.
That's it. The signal in the noise. The thin whisper. A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
You know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the cold Mamadakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
Please, no more experimental listening while we're on this case.
Fair enough. Do you know how to fix this?
You mean re-spoolie? But I'm not some...
Just explain why you need
It's not
this
worthless,
so
Rory.
much.
This could
These
be the next big
anthems
thing for the local dance music scene.
Huh? What do you mean?